If you're a lawyer running Google ads, you want to pay attention to this. Let me guess, you're paying on Google PPC like $150 for a lead, and half of them don't even have a case. Somebody says they tripped in the parking lot and they don't have any injuries. Just an opportunist who basically wants to take advantage and try to milk somebody for all they're worth. That call still counts as a conversion, and it means it costs you three figures on average for a single, what is essentially a junk click. And the worst part is they're not just accepting clicks like this, they're actually targeting them proactively and seeking them out. Because those casual clicks register as conversions, which then tells Google, yes, we need to do more of this. But no, we don't need to do more of this. The problem is that Google has no way to distinguish between somebody with like documented injuries and a clear basis for a claim versus somebody who's just testing the waters to see if like their minor incident might turn into a big payout for them. One could net millions and the other one's worthless. But Google views them as equal in terms of conversions. So here's the feedback loop. Low intent searchers convert more easily. Google then prioritizes those conversions. Campaigns attract more low intent traffic, and high quality cases become harder to get because of this whole problem. So how do we fix this and break the cycle? And by the way, this is not just true for attorneys. This is also true for other industries that have similar problems. I'm using this one as an example because it's very common. So you need to start optimizing for cases, not calls. This is why we use a platform called What Converts, because What Converts can basically capture the lead and then you can report back, yes, this was a qualified lead for a case. And that information then passes back to the platform Google to tell it, we want more of this, not more of these other ones that are unqualified. Every time a lead converts, you get an email with a button that lets you click, was this a quotable lead or not? You can also go in there and give more information like the value of the case and things like that. And all of that data is used in optimizing for what you want. For example, with attorneys in personal injury, especially, it's cost per signed case is the only number that matters, not cost per click or cost per lead. It's what does it cost me on average as an attorney to get a signed case? And if you're a roofer or a plumber or whatever, it's going to be the same thing. What does it cost me on average to get a new job? Google does not surface that information on its own. You have to use a tool like What Converts, which is what we use with our clients. Anyhow, if you have questions in your own campaign or you want to learn more about it, I don't make any money from What Converts. My clients get it for themselves. They own the data. We just recommend it because it's going to make what we do better. We're all going to benefit. If you don't have good intelligence and reporting and tracking in your campaigns, you're not going to win because it doesn't matter. If you can't measure it, you can't manage it. And everybody needs a heads-up display that is actually intelligently informing the campaign, driving it in the right direction instead of the wrong direction. Feel free to book a time on my calendar if you want to do a free consult. I'm willing to give advice and information for free.